Hey guys, JT here from Bulletproof for BJJ, and today we're talking about top game stability moves. How can you be more stable when you're taking someone down, defending the single leg, on top, trying to pass the guard? What can we do to make that position stronger? So, using these drills will help your knees, ankles and hips be stronger and more stable, so you will be unsweepable. Number one, the aeroplane drill. This is a great way for you to start and warm up when you're doing your single leg stability work. So I balance on my foot. I'm going to unlock my standing leg just a fraction, arms out to the side. Now the key thing with this is to fix your gaze forward and keep your back leg straight and then coming back up. The goal as I'm doing this is to try to keep my arms even, like an aeroplane. We don't want to be topsy-turvy. Each time, breathing in, going forward, hit my point of stability, and breathing out on the way up. Breathing in on the way down, stabilize, 1 second, nice and even, breathing out, coming up. So what we want to look for you guys to do is be able to do 3 sets of 10 on each leg, nice and clean, before you progress to the next move. Number 2, split stance deadlift. Now today we're going to be using a kettlebell, but for those of you out there, if you've done deadlifts before and you're familiar with this movement, you can progress it to a barbell. So I'm going to line myself up with the kettlebell, having my working leg just in line with the kettlebell. My other leg, I step back, just placing about 20% of my weight in my back foot. Unlocking the knee, leaning forward, I'm gripping with my opposite hand. So I'm working my right leg and I'm gripping with my left hand. I want to go to full hip extension, keeping back straight and really emphasizing stretch through hamstring and glute. Now it's really important when we do this, we keep shoulders square. I don't want you guys to twist and do the lawnmower. I want you to make sure you're bracing through your core, breathing in on the way down, stretch, breathing out, making sure you're gripping the ground with your working leg. So we're going to use that as our intermediate step before we do our single leg deadlift. We want you to be able to do this cleanly, 3 sets of 8 on each leg before you progress. Number 3, single leg deadlift. Now today we're using a kettlebell. For those of you out there, if you're familiar with this movement, you can progress this by using a barbell. Just having a look. I'm lining my foot up with the kettlebell, bending. Now I bend my knee, planting my foot. Unlock the knee, but I'm going to stay active in my glute, guys. So as I lean forward, I'm actively picking up my heel. So now when I come up, I'm going to stabilize on my single leg. For those of you out there who are struggling with the balance, you can lightly touch your toe down. But ultimately, we want you to be able to lean forward, lifting up and really picking up through your glute and hamstring on this side and driving through your hip, making sure you're locking out, stabilizing at the top. Now, little tip for this, guys, if you're struggling to keep your balance, focus your gaze forward, fix it, and stare at it the whole time. Staying active in our back leg, gripping the ground with our standing foot, and staying stable. And with that, guys, we really want to progress you to at least 3 sets of 8. If you really want to take it up a notch, you can do 3 sets of 12, but by that time, you're probably ready for a heavier weight. But by doing these 3 movements, you're going to be absolutely unstoppable from on top when you roll. So when you start off with the airplane drill, you've got to think that this is a proprioception drill. So it's really just getting you warmed up for when you start to lift. And we want to make sure that your technique is clean with no weight. So when you do go to pick up the kettlebell or the dumbbell or the barbell, that you're nice and stable. And we really want you to spend some time there, guys. We want you to be able to build up to at least 30% of your body weight on the split stance deadlift. Now, if you're looking to get strong, we could build that up to 50% before you take the jump to the single leg deadlift. Now, we have high standards, guys. The ultimate standard is your body weight for the single leg deadlift for 8 repetitions. That's right, it's going to take you some time, it's a real challenge. So make sure your technique is nice and clean at each stage, from the airplane to the split stance deadlift to the single leg deadlift. And then you're going to find your stability is through the roof.